Just realized I was talking to myself. So, hello everyone. Nickolas Wildstar, aka Governor Wildstar, here with a very special exclusive. As you can see, I've changed my background for the occasion, and I have a guest with me. Hello, guest.
Says be one in a million. The
Hello.
revolution needs you.
Right there.
Hashtag bring back liberty.
All
right.
We're displaying the message, not anything else. So
I guess that did come off as suggestive. You guys, I wasn't, trying to. Oh no, it's starting off already bad.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll find that part entertaining. But welcome everyone to the exclusive chat with Nickolas Wildstar, candidate for California governor, and Lady Wildstar, my lady. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me.
Of course. Yes.
So we're here to talk about the latest issue, the trials and tribulations that our family has been going through with the criminal justice system. If you guys haven't heard, I was on trial last week, and it was for contempt of court. So this started out Tuesday, since Monday was a holiday. It was President's Day, and then Tuesday was Mardi Gras, and then that Thursday was my ninth wedding anniversary. Did
I just I hope I didn't flip anybody off.
No.
I'm just really not.
No, you didn't.
Jeez.
But yeah, so what's up, cameraman? Cameraman in the house.
Hey,
He's enjoying us, our antics so far. What's up, bro? Thank you for being here. But yeah, like I was saying, instead of celebrating Valentine's Day also, which was last week, and our ninth wedding anniversary, we instead had to make a trip from Fresno to Orange County to deal with some bullshit charges. We'll just call them what they are, bullshit charges, which are basically contempt of court charges stemming from me videotaping in court. Yes, we got TJ here. What's up, TJ? Hola. What's up?
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, TJ. We got Tyrone. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. All
right. People jumping in the conversation here. Criminal justice system. It is criminal and justice system for real. Yeah. Thank you. And Tyrone says, peace to you, brother. Thank you for being here. And yes, wow, everybody's jumping in with comments. Thank you, guys. I must say, all of the love has been extremely overwhelming. Oh, and hey, how you doing? What you want to do?
Yeah, that's fun.
Hey, Jennifer, thank you very much for the anniversary wish.
Thank you so much.
Ever since the word has been put out about what's been happening, the responses has been overwhelming, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the wonderful support and just letting me know how you guys have my back and everything that you're doing to get the word out there. Fantastic people like all of you.
Hi, Brian.
TJ, Jennifer, my man Spike Cohen, who actually been ringing the alarm unexpectedly. Yeah. I didn't even think that, but thank you very much to Spike and his family. Dan Berman, my man Dan Berman, he definitely went out there and got the word out. He was paying attention to the whole trial the entire week. And
I love that guy.
I'm telling you. All of you guys, Angela McCardo, who also responded to a call to action, said,
thank you, Angela.
Yes, and Martha Brown, Free Wildstar for sure. Exactly. Thank you very much, Martha. Please put the word out there, because what happened to me could definitely happen to any American. As I said to you guys, I was held in contempt of court simply for exercising my constitutionally protected right to freedom of speech and freedom of press also to record, and was convicted by a jury, unfortunately, for those charges. But there's some things that happen. You don't want to leave the comment up there.
Oh, I didn't see the click it. So you have to click it.
Yeah, you have to click it once to show. Click it once to remove.
Well, no, she have the Free Wildstar. They should be able to see that, until the next one come on.
Well, they can see the Free Wildstar behind us.
I'm covering the W, the I, and the L. So it looks like it's
But yes,
Wildstar.
Martha got the right idea.
Yeah.
Hashtag free Wildstar. If you
Yeah.
can't tell, back there, you guys, please use the message or hashtag free Wildstar to get out the message about what's going on to me. So like I said, you guys, there's a few things about the case that I kind of wanted to break down to you guys. I'll tell you that here. Actually, I got a new banner who I'll make right now.
Oh, that's
so
pretty nifty.
Yeah, we're learning things today. All right, so let's see. There we go. You can do that one. Hold on.
I'm gonna get some tea for this meeting, you guys. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep this brief, not too long, maybe about an hour or so. So I'll be running down everything that's been going on with the case for you guys that are unaware. Of course, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask me those, and I'll be happy to answer you, as quickly as I can and as succinctly as possible. But I definitely want to speak about a lot of things as much as possible. So to get right to the point, I'll just bring this up first, if I can get it. All right, so check out my website. As you can see, you guys, Free Wildstar. I'm asking you to please use that as a message or as a hashtag to help get the message out there. So I put together an extra page on my website. I don't know why it's doing that. Something's going on here. That's weird. So I'll try that again. Check out my website, governorwildstar.com/free Wildstar. There we go. So I put together this page. It has the graphic. You guys can save this graphic. You can save this to your desktop. Share it around, please. It talks about everything that happened with my case in particular. As far as, the details of my first case and the second case and the third case, since I was on trial for 3 different cases. And I'm also putting out a call to action for Friday, March 12th at the Santa Ana Courthouse. That's the date that I'm requested to be back in Santa Ana for sentencing. So I have to go back down there Friday, March 12th to deal with that. So I'm asking all of you guys out there that would like to come out, make some noise, protest against my sentencing, protest against what's happening, this injustice, this egregious, attack against me, my person, and my freedom, your liberties, ours.
Yes. Because what affects him?
Together.
Yeah, what affects him affects me as a family. So
you got it, Rob.
It's tough. It really is tough. So when you help him, you're helping me, and you're helping my son. We're stronger together as a family.
Exactly.
Carlos.
Hello, Carlos.
Footballer. All right.
Yeah, if you cannot be there like Jennifer, I definitely wish you could be there also. Please spread the word to others. Anyone and everyone. If you're not in California, please definitely spread the word. Let people know about the situation. But if they are in California, hopefully they can come in your place. So encourage them to come to the rally. I, again, will be holding a protest outside of the Santa Ana Courthouse on Friday, March 12th. So come on out if you can. But just to get into the situation, you guys, come to this page if you want to find out more. If there's any more details that you would like to know that I'm not able to cover during this time or during this chat, come check out this webpage, okay? governorwildstar.com/free Wildstar. I'll be sure to add a banner for that too really quickly. So basically, like I said, you guys, I was on trial for 3 separate court appearances, okay? This is very important because what you're going to see in the court trial video is the district attorney talk about me recording in court. That's what this was all about, right? Me causing such a disturbance and delaying the court procedure, so much so with my videotaping that it just drawed out everything and just, stopped the court in its tracks. That's not true, okay? Because there were 3 cases Only two I was recording. What happened with the third one, huh? I wasn't recording in that one, but he wanted to talk about me again, drawing things out and, disturbing the courts with me protesting against the authority of the court. Now, that I do have a video of. Hello, Tim. Thank you so much for your donation, your contribution. I truly appreciate you coming through, man, and supporting and fighting against this, because that's what's needed right now. We definitely got to come together. So more people power is needed. And with this third case, like I said, it pretty much got glossed over during the trial. The district attorney didn't really want to talk about it much at all, because it would have disproved his first point, which was that me recording in court was really the problem. Okay. Now, let's talk about the recording in court. Is that lawfully something that we should be able to do? Well, believe it or not, in California, yes, it is. Okay. The two charges that I were charged with are PC 1661 and PC 1663. Here's the definition of the two. You can Google it. PC 1661 and 1663. Okay. Now, the language of the two is essentially the same. Okay. It's basically, one says that I'm disrespecting the court's authority, and the other says I'm interrupting the proceedings of the court, which, is the same damn thing as contempt of court, only they stacked it up. So each court appearance, they charged me with one charge of PC 1661 and one charge of PC 1663. Okay, so that's two charges of pretty much the same charge on each court appearance. So that's 6 charges. Now, what I was saying about recording in court, California does have a rule that says it has rules of court, basically, and you have to go through this procedure in order to get authorized permission from the court to record. Now, authorized is pretty much getting permission from the court. They make you fill out this form. It's a MC 500, something like that. It's a media request, which is a formal request. You can, again, exercise this right, since this is a rule. Okay, simply just a court rule. Keep that in mind. Court rule. Rules are not laws. Okay, if it was a law, I would have been charged with recording in court. I wasn't. I was charged with contempt of court, which is basically this PC 166 charge. So the PC penal code is actually the law. Okay, I bring that up because of this. All right, here's Shouse California Law Group. It's a law firm here in California. So they actually have a column on it on their website. Can police order you to stop videotaping their activities in public? Now, they talk about pretty much misconduct and how, police interpret you having your cell phone as harassment, whatever, etc. They ask you here, but is it legal? On private property, the property owner has the right to make the rules. Okay. However, in California, as well as every other state in the country, you have the constitutional right to take photographs and videos of things that are plainly visible from the public areas where you have a legal right to be present. Now, a lot of people want to argue that a courtroom is a private place and, there's confidential things going on. It may be personal things that are happening, but a courthouse itself is a public place. It's no more or any less public, should I say, than the DMV or a library or any other public place, a park even. So anything that's happening in that place can be recorded. Matter of fact, due to the Constitution, which is the 6th Amendment, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. More keywords, speedy, because this case happened over 2 years later. It's 2021 now. They tried to stick the charges to me a year after, or a year after they initially happened, and a public trial, because it's public. Anything that happens in your trial is public, right? So I thought you wanted to do comments.
You were doing, your hand is on the mouse. I'm just sitting here apparently for moral support. You're doing all the talking.
Well, I'll let you talk too.
Let's see here. Yeah.
Can you say hi real quick? Have a lot of homework. Thank you very much, Carlos. I appreciate it. If our taxes pay for it, it's public, says Jennifer. You are absolutely correct. Exactly. Anything our taxes pay for is public.
Oh, wow. Very good one. Very good point.
And these are public officials in public capacity handling, public affairs. So there is no reason why they should not be able to be recorded. And as the Schaus Law Firm says, you do have that right, protected by the Constitution. Furthermore, let's see. Here's one right here, California Law Penal Code 632, which basically is a California Invasion of Privacy Act. That's if you record private conversations. And I think a lot of people are misconstruing the two. When it says here, it's illegal for an individual to monitor or record a confidential communication.
I am.
Trust me, she is pissed, Stephen. She was pissed then, she's pissed now. You are at the mercy of the court. They don't want you to do things. Exactly. They don't want you to do anything that they don't want.
They don't want you to record, this kangaroo court type of stuff going on, because if you're doing everything right, why not let people, record?
Right. And that's a bit of the hypocrisy of the court itself, because they're telling me that I can't record, but the court itself is recorded.
And they broadcasted it live on the very platform that they're charging him for. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so that's insult to injury during my actual trial on me being on trial for recording in court. They're recording it themselves. And then they're mad because I put the video on YouTube and it's being broadcast live on YouTube. So, pot calling the kettle black type situation. And it's, again, awful because they're telling me or penalizing me for doing something that they themselves are doing. All right, we're about to get some tea up in here. Can I get some too? Oh. So that's exactly what happened. Is I was recording in court, public place, my own court proceedings. A lot of people want to argue again. You can't be doing it because you're recording, in a public place, and if there's somebody is dealing with a private affair, they may not want to be on camera. That's fine. I was recording my own court case, which I don't mind making public, and I did. I chose to. There is no court recorder present in traffic courts, period. In the state of California, they don't do that at all. So whenever you go to traffic court to battle any traffic citation, none of that is being recorded. The court clerk may take minutes, but that is completely different than a court record. Court record is a transcript, an exact statement of everything that happened. That is not the same as minutes. So when I appeared in court in September for two separate traffic tickets, one was, I believe, September 9th or 10th or 11th, pardon me. And the other was September 20th or 21st. So I appeared for the first one in court, and I have the videos here so you guys can see it. Okay, here's the first video so you can see it. I give a brief description about what happened in the video, and then the second appearance where, again, I was recording in court. So at both appearances, the traffic tickets that I made an appearance for, the charges were dropped. The case was dismissed. You see it in the video. The judicial officials say that, but yet they tried to pin me with the civil assessment, which is basically a fee for them having to process the charges. But the charges got dropped. So why am I still being fined for charges that have been dropped? I'm still having to pay a fine for the crime. And if I'm not guilty and charges are being dismissed, why do I still have to pay you anything? So I'm saying this to the judge. And of course, I'm recording the entire time using my cell phone. And the bailiff in both cases actually made a stink about me recording in court before the judicial officers did. You're right, Jennifer. When you go against big government, you become their target. Blessed are those that fight for all against the odds. Indeed, that's what I'm doing. It's just a sham. They don't have time for you trying to play with them. Exactly. And you out? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm right here. So as I said to you, I was recording. Each instance when they asked me to stop recording, I let them know that I was exercising my constitutionally protected rights, which they swore an oath to uphold. We, the people, don't swear to uphold the United States Constitution. They do. They're public officials handling public affairs in a public capacity. So they have to, pledge to protect we, the people of California. And that's what they choose to do so by taking up this line of work and locking themselves into an agreement, which is that constitutional oath. If they don't uphold that oath, then they are committing treason, because now what's your oath of office? Who do you serve if you don't serve we, the people? So when you ask a public official to state their oath, they should be able to do so without any, hesitance at all. That's what you're going to see in these videos, is when I ask these judicial officers if they're acting on their constitutional oath to protect, my rights according to what they've been limited to via the Constitution. You hear them say pretty much obscure type of responses, I always do, said one of the judicial officers. The other one didn't even acknowledge it at all. So these men have no honor, they have no integrity, and they have no loyalty. Therefore, they should not be in that position of power, and they should not be able to rule and judge over others. Okay, they should have to compensate your time if you're found not guilty. They should cover any costs involved in defending yourself, if not charge you, or our system is broken. Exactly. What if I had to pay for a private attorney to represent me? That would have been money out of my pocket simply because they chose to dismiss these charges. Are they going to pay me back for my time off of work? The time that I paid, since I had to drive down there, and now coming all the way from Fresno, these are out-of-pocket expenses. I don't get any of that money back, but yet they want to extort me for fees for drop charges. So here are the two videos. Check them out. Lady Wildstar really doesn't like it didn't like it when I was doing all of this, but I did it for the same reason why they claim to do it, to protect the integrity of the courtrooms, and if that's what it's all about, is making sure that there is no secret activity going on, no criminal activity going on, then there isn't any reason why we shouldn't be able to publicly record them, which you're able to do now. Since it's public, you can go on their YouTube channel, any court in the state of California. Matter of fact, across the country. I was watching some earlier today. It was a Zoom room full of people. It was like 20 people in the Zoom, and the judge was just calling each one. Now, if I can sit back and watch it, I can record that. You know what I'm saying? And I can repost that and make it public, because you're public. You know what I'm saying? You're right, Erica. Exactly. Thank you.
Hi,
to
Erica.
Protect myself. We definitely want to make sure that we're protected, especially when these people, again, are doing things that threaten our person and our livelihood, our safety and our security. So I recorded them, which I'm lawfully able to do. Also, here's another case for you. Federal Appeal Court reaffirms right to video record, including at traffic stops. Okay. Gurkey versus Begin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Garik versus Begin. Garik. Okay, and this is from May 5th, 2014. These are federal
May
court
25th.
cases. May 25th, 2014. This one, federal court rules you have the right to record the cops, even in secret. Okay, this is from 2018. Two activists, Eric Martin and Renee Perez, all were recording officers. They were retaliated against using the wiretap law. A U.S. district judge overruled it using the Glick decision, Simon Glick, for filming officers as they punched a man in a Boston Common. So this Glick guy, they tried to prosecute him with the wiretap law, had to challenge that, get the ACLU of Massachusetts involved. The court case is Glick versus Knief. So that's the case law that can be used. I was told by my attorney, all of this information is relevant in the state of California because it happened in other states and because it hasn't been ruled by the Supreme Court. That pretty much you can talk about the Glick decision, you can talk about federal courts upholding our right to record all of whatever. None of that holds up in the California court. What does is this. California citizens now can photograph video law enforcement activity. This is another news article from 2016, okay? It talks about Senate Bill 411 signed into law August 2015, updated a section of California's penal code to specifically allow anyone to photograph or take video recordings of police in action under certain conditions. Now, when you think of police, you think of a police officer. Those are not the only type of police. Right. Those are actually peace officers. Every type of law official is a law officer. A sheriff's deputy is a law officer. A judicial official, like a judge, is a law officer. Okay. A district attorney, some of them carry badges. They are law officers. Okay. These are all officers of the law. You can record them all in their public capacity. And here it is right here. PC 148G. It says, here's the language added to section 69 and 148 of the penal code relating to resisting arrest. Now, if you get charged with a PC 148, it's a bullshit law. That's basically resisting arrest. Okay. I've been charged with that so many times. Okay. And any attorney will tell you, oh, you must have pissed off a cop. And they know off top, oh, you got that PC 148. Sure did. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking shit as I got arrested. Resisting arrest is people getting arrested and pretty much protesting against it. Now, a criminal, of course, is going to resist arrest because they're a criminal. They're committing a crime, but they're trying to make a crime out of arresting people that pretty much are just protesting against being arrested. This, of course, could be innocent people that had no reason to be arrested to begin with. That's what happened to me. I was walking to work, and one day on Martin Luther King Day.
The court is law enforcement. We have a few comments here.
Exactly. The court is law enforcement. Just keep showing them. What was your Twitter? I left a message on earlier.
That turn?
My Twitter is at the real cue ball. At the real cue ball. Switch up the banner at the bottom, babe.
All right. Which?
Do this one. Yeah. And then you can go back to comments.
Okay.
All right. So should be public anyway. Exactly.
Public info anyway.
Right. So a PC 148 is resisting arrest. Okay. They amended it, like they say in this here in this article. Our state legislators amended it in 2015 to say that a PC 148G, okay, subsection, it has A1, 2, 3, all the way, all that good stuff. Oh, a G is, and PC 148-1 was changed also. Any person willfully resists, delays, or obstructs any police officer, peace officer, or emergency medical technician as defined by subdivision whatever shall be punished by a fine not exceeding $1,000 or imprisonment by a county jail no exceeding 1 year. Now, the 1 year part for PC 148 is important because they're saying is shall not exceed 1 year. A lot of people have asked me, why are they trying to pin me for a year per charge? This is why, because of the 1 year extension. But the PC 148G protects me and protects you as citizen journalists. What it says is the fact that a person takes a photograph or makes an audio or video recording of a public officer or peace officer while the officer is in a public place, or the person taking the photograph or making the recording is in a place he or she has the right to be, does not constitute in and of itself a violation of subdivision A. So you can't be found guilty of resisting arrest if you're just recording, nor does it constitute a reasonable suspicion to detain the person or reasonable probable cause to arrest the person. So right there, it says that you can record any law officer in their public place and they can arrest you for it. Now, law, rules, Constitution, okay? Constitution supersedes state law, okay? State law supersedes any rules, local rules. And now we have a court rule. So the court rule says you cannot record. The law says I can record. The Constitution doubles down on that by saying you have the right to freedom of press as an individual. No matter who that may be, you can start a conglomerate, a media company, freedom of press. We as citizen journalists, we the people of the public, we have the right to free press, which is covered under the First Amendment. It's not just freedom of speech. It's not just freedom to protest, which I also was doing in court by letting the judge know, hey, I got a problem with having to pay you money for fucking charges that have been dropped. I can protest against that. That's exactly what I was doing. 148G is the actual law that says I have the right to record in court. My attorney was told she was not able to say this in court. I was during my testimony. You can see in the video that I just uploaded to my YouTube channel that I was talking about the PC 148G. I gave the complete description to the jury and everything. And it completely just went over their heads because it wasn't being provided to them by the law officials, the district attorney and the judge, who turned around to the jury and says, the law is what we tell you to, what we tell you it is. Okay.
What does he say about 148G contempt of cops, Apple Bob?
That is contempt of cop. That's what it is. I have contempt of cops. I match energy. If they cool, I'm cool. Exactly. If they pricks, I match that vibe precisely. And yeah, that's what it was. Contempt of these cops and their public capacity. So during my attorney's closing argument, okay? Now, this is usually how closing arguments work. And you guys see it in movie and TV shows about law all the time. The prosecutor has their opening statement. The district defense has their opening statement, uninterrupted. Then they go back and forth, providing evidence and, you know, all of this stuff. They start deliberations. That's when the, you know, objection, Your Honor, they said something I didn't like, all of this other good stuff. That's when they do that. Closing arguments is another. You speak your piece uninterrupted. They speak their piece uninterrupted, right? That's typically how it goes. Watch my trial. The prosecutor gets up, gives their closing statement. My attorney gives her closing statement. And in that, she mentions the PC 148G. As soon as she does, she's objected to by the district attorney, which is sustained by the judge. So now they both conspired to suppress information, lawful information being provided to the jury, since it may sway their decision. My attorney has to redirect now and speak about some other shit. And the district attorney gets up again. He gets a second closing statement. I thought they each get one. He got up again to reiterate, hey, we tell you what the law is.
Yeah.
Forget what you just heard from her, okay?
Why did he do two of them? Is that usual in a?
She told me that's extremely unusual. She said that usually never happens, where they get up and make a second one.
Two?
And that they would object during the closing.
That's weird. Normally, during cross-examination, they object, but during closing speeches, it should be fair game.
Exactly. Nope. Not with the case of People versus Wildstar. He said, did your attorney ask you about the law on the stand or mention it? No, I mentioned it during. Yes, actually, she did. They objected, and then the prosecutor opened it up and started talking to me about it. So she just sat back and let us talk. Man, you guys got to check out the jury trial video, which is now up now on my YouTube channel. So I'll bring that over here so you can see that, so you guys can see it. But yeah, the video is up now. You're welcome to see it. It's long as hell. So this is part 1. Okay, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, check it out. Whenever you get some time, I'll be uploading. Yeah, I know. I'll be uploading part 2 soon. But this video is up now. You can watch the entire jury trial. You see the witnesses from the prosecutor come up. The first officer. So this guy was the one in the first video, one of the first officers who told me to stop recording. Now, I want to bring your attention to this guy because during my trial,
yeah, I can hear you.
During my trial, this guy or the prosecutor popped up with a picture of me recording in court. I didn't even know they had this. All right. This guy took the damn picture. Okay, he whipped out his cell phone in court and used it to take a picture. Now, he broke the rule. He broke the court rule, which is don't use your cell phones in court to record anything, right? The cop gets to break the rules to so-called uphold the law, because that's what the district attorney said. Because my attorney argued that. She said, hey, why is it that you get to break the law, officer? But, Mr. Wildstar, he was exercising his right. And, you guys are here trying to charge him for it. The prosecutor bounces up and says, hey, officer, so when you're conducting an investigation, do you not collect evidence? And he tried to use that as a way to mask it. Okay, but the principle of the matter is this. There's a rule that he gets to break in order to uphold the law. Why am I not able to do the same thing? Why can I not break the rules to uphold the law? Because that's what I'm doing by making sure that the judicial official is upholding his constitutional oath, right?
And he called a judicial officer?
Yeah, because he's not a judge. Check out the video. That's another thing.
Is he a commissioner?
He's a commissioner.
Oh, that's not a judge.
People don't know this shit, man, because they too busy.
A commissioner
you said
is
just pay the fine and leave.
It's like an attorney in training.
It is not a judge. And
and there's a few comments here. Just make sure we get everybody stuff in there.
For sure.
We have Stephanie said you can still get objections in a closing argument, but it shouldn't have been sustained. Yeah, I mean they can object all they want, which is true. But however, the judge sustaining, allowing that to happen during the closing, then that's how you can know he's conspiring.
Precisely.
We have and we have Martha said, well, that's some bullshit.
Agreed.
And he says, TJ says, not if they bring it up during the case. You can't admit new evidence in closing. So,
it was during the case. That's what I'm saying. It was mentioned during.
They were basically admitting new evidence during the closing speech, I believe.
That wasn't new evidence. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it could be objected to if it was new, if it wasn't something that was discussed during the trial. But this was discussed, and that's what she. Did.
He did talk about that during the trial, at the beginning, and he did, I'm sure, discuss that with the attorney before the court hearing, and she, he read it off to people, and she's like, "Wow, you read it off." You know, so people.
She was even surprised. She was like, "I was pretty sure the prosecutor was going to object to you saying that, but they let you say it, so I just sat back." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Says acceptance is acceptance by Tyrone.
Yes.
Acceptance is always in acceptance. Might want to clarify that a little bit, Tyrone. Yeah. All right. The next one, Stefan.
You already did that.
Oh,
one.
I knew that. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Governor is a god. Whoa.
All right. God Almighty.
Says because the plaintiff, Stefan says, because the plaintiff or government has the burden of proof, the lawyer for that side is then entitled to make a concluding argument, sometimes called a rebuttal. Exactly.
She said, yeah, they are able to do that.
Oh, okay.
But she said it's very rare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said
the rarity of it is what makes it, eyebrow raising, eye raising, whatever.
Eyebrow too. Says this is a chance to respond to the defendant's points and make one final appeal to the jury.
Right.
Okay, so that's why they're doing that. All right, Apple Bob, I like his name. The bar should be held liable for being criminally negligent for the bad actions of judges and lawyers.
Absolutely, but judges have judicial immunity. You can look that up.
Judicial immunity, yeah.
Judicial immunity.
So they can just do whatever they want.
And prosecutors as well as police officers have qualified immunity. So they can qualify for it. And yeah, there are disqualifying factors, but who's going to hold these motherfuckers accountable if they say, well, I was valid and in doing what I was doing. So I was qualified to do so, And
the Martha Brown says ironic. Okay, let's skip that one because I believe she was referring to maybe one of your statements earlier. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you gotta.
Yeah. Well, you're talking.
TJ is right. You had to bring up the law earlier in closing argument. No dishonor.
I object. Where the judge said to sustain because I'm trying to read it and you go and it's like 50 comments. Hey, I'm gonna do it. You want me to do it or you want to do it?
I'm just trying to play catch up.
I'm trying to do it right now, but you need to be quiet so I can go.
This is how married couples behave.
9 years, y'all. And then tomorrow, when you gonna do it? And then he doing it himself. Says all this immunity business need to get checked.
I'm just trying to keep up with everybody.
I have in mind. The only reason why all these people would get a chance to be heard is because I said, hold on, Mr. Governor Wildstar. We got 50 million of these. All right. So
I did all of them.
You didn't answer to Stephen said, TJ, you have the right to bring up the law earlier in the closing argument. No dishonor.
Yeah, that's the one up there right now.
No, it's not. It says all this immunity. Yes. Okay, whatever. Next. I'll hide it. I got it.
So, back to the matter at hand. So you got people laughing at us and stuff.
Who's laughing?
You said a little emoji.
Oh no, y'all.
Anyways.
Are we supposed to have the little happy faces going up on the screen?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh.
Anyways, they give you these rules of court when you're in the traffic court. It tells you it's an advisement of rights for misdemeanors and infractions. Okay, they give you this paper. Dan Berman just actually shared this image, but down at the bottom it says number 8, right to be sentenced by a judge of the court. Okay,
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Failure to object to a commissioner will be deemed acceptance of the commissioner as temporary judge for this hearing or trial. So if you don't object to a commissioner trying to get you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or make you trying to pay a fine like they did with me, then you're giving them consent to rule on your case when they can't, especially if you object, which I did.
You need a Title VI judge, I believe, what it's called.
Yes,
I believe so.
So screw all you people saying just shut up. No, I did something legally I'm able to do to make sure
that's a paper that they issue. They give everybody before you go on the court, but
nobody
no one reads
that. Yeah.
So when you actually practice it, you throw them off their card because I argued the same thing. And they made it like hell for me. It was like a tennis match, and it's very difficult. And plus, they'll get mad at you too. I had the lady; she was treating me a lot more mean than other people that came up because I had exercised my right.
Right. All right. So back to the video. So this is number 1 where he tells you, that he's recording in court or whatever the case may be. The second one up Jeez, come on. See, gotta love YouTube. Anyways, the second officer that comes up is the one in the second case here. This guy right here. So he's up on the stand during the trial, and during this appearance in court, I'll tell you a few things. Number one, a lot of people say, why didn't you let the judge talk? I was letting him talk. He wasn't saying much. And when criminals, would you let a criminal keep talking and try to explain themselves when they're in the committing of crime? You're going to say, you know what? I've heard enough. I see your ass committing a crime. Enough of the damn talk already. I'm going to tell you what's about to happen to you. And that's exactly what I was doing, letting the judge know what was about to happen to him since he was refusing to uphold his oath. I turned to the bailiff and I said, bailiff, you are being required right now to assist me in a citizen's arrest since I want to arrest the judge. Now, this is also protected under California law. Of course, it's an archaic thing since people don't believe in citizen's arrest. Although Ahmaud Arbery, a black man, was killed because some white people were attempting to perform a citizen's arrest on him. And there was about to be a national outcry over that. But it all went hush-hush since, the George Floyd killing. But remember, again, with the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, he was the black jogger that was killed by I think it was 2 or 3 white guys that were performing a citizen's arrest because they said he fit the description of a robber.
Yeah,
okay,
that tends to be the story.
Right. So now they're trying to get rid of the citizen's arrest altogether to alleviate that from happening because we only want police officers to be able to perform arrests. This guy got on stage or on the stand. It is like a stage. This is theater. This is theater for you guys, if you haven't figured that out by now. This guy gets up on the stand and he says that he doesn't, because he was asked by the prosecutor, Mr. Wildstar, he asked you to arrest the judge. And, were you going to do that? And the officer, he's like, no, I would never arrest a judge. That's not in my capability. Are you kidding me? So a judge automatically in his eyes is faultless.
And the attorney asked him like, so
exactly.
To reiterate.
My attorney asked him, so to reiterate, you would never arrest the judge? No, I would never. What if the judge was committing a crime?
A criminal.
Yeah. A misdemeanor or a felony or whatever the case may be. Would you arrest the judge? It would be difficult for me to do so, but I don't feel like I could do that. So you already have a character flaw that should eliminate you from having that job, period. Right. Because if you can't arrest the judge, you can't work for we the people.
And you already don't know the law as it stands.
Yeah, and you don't even know the fucking law.
Whoa, all right.
Because I'm pissed about this shit, and a lot of people don't realize how upsetting all of this is, especially when you've been fighting for damn near a decade. This has been a decade of stress for me. Every time I've ran for governor, I've been assaulted by way of the law. Look at my record. I had to show my wife just to convince her, because first time I ran for governor was in 2014, okay? I was arrested in Laguna Beach for fitting the description, or no, actually we were driving, right? And they said our tail light was out. All right.
And then what?
Laguna Beach, tail light was not out.
Yeah.
Okay. Ended up getting the video and proving that shit. Put that on YouTube.
Amen.
But this happened in 2013. Okay. And I argued the officer because he was asking me for my ID, even though he said, okay, you didn't commit any crime, your lights are working. I'm going to let you go. But first, can I see your ID?
He was asking for mine too, and I was the passenger.
Exactly.
And we started reading our constitutional law, and that's when he got back up. And
right. Next thing you know, it's 6 cops there, and we're getting pulled outside of the car. Video up on YouTube. Now, when I was running, I was an anonymous activist. I was involved in the Occupy protest, and I had a briefcase full of like anonymous shit, with the logos and all of that, and like speeches and all of this stuff. Do you know they took pictures of this shit? And next thing you know, I'm getting a call from the FBI. So while y'all talking about Fred Hampton and, you know, the Black Panthers and how Malcolm X was killed by the FBI and, you know, MLK, Martin Luther King, was conspired against by the FBI, I've been called by the FBI. Have you? Answer that question. Okay. So you want to wait until 10, 20 years down the line when this shit comes out, or follow along with me now, you know? But yeah, she got caught off guard by it too. Why is the FBI calling? They talked to her.
Well, yeah, they're just asking us about this movement. You know, that's when they first I guess they were coming out, the Anon stuff like that, and everybody was Anon.
But he was asking me about something else that didn't have nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, because he came to the courthouse
because he thought we were further into it. We're like, dude, we're just, you know, we like freedom.
He was asking me, did I have any guns and all of this other stuff?
We're like, no, I mean, dude, we're just regular people, and we like what Anon was saying. They're about freedom. You know, that's what it was. We were kind of new to it. So it wasn't like, you know, we're like hackers or whatever. We just, you know, looked into this stuff like, oh, you know, freedom for the people, you know. So that's how we got on there. And they just classify everybody on there.
Exactly.
Those judges are mean. You don't do anything wrong. Free H. Rap Brown.
I don't know.
In a time of
universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Exactly.
Yes. Apple Bob. Love that name.
Apple Bob, my wife likes your name.
Cool.
But yeah, so I've been called by the FBI, stalked, harassed by them, intimidated, or at least they did their best to. And this was in 2013, and I was running for governor as an independent candidate. 2014. 2018, ran for governor again. I was arrested for the Walking While Black on MLK Day and charged with resisting arrest, that PC 148 charge that I'm telling you about. So I had to battle criminal charges while I was on running for governor in 2018. I beat those charges and filed a civil suit. The FBI tailed and surveilled him for years before they figured out how to hem him up. 40,000 FBI records over years. Exactly.
What was this referring to?
I believe Malcolm X.
Or Malcolm X?
Yeah, because it was recently discovered.
Oh, yeah, there's some new documents that came out about him or something, right? Like.
Yep, COINTELPRO. You know, counterintelligence projects.
He had a letter he wrote or something
Agent provocateurs and shit like that. You know, yeah. That's why.
They're supposed to protect.
That's why I question every person when I get involved in a protest. Who is the organizer? I want to know who you are. I want to talk to you personally, you know, because before I get involved in your shit, I need to know what am I getting involved in, you know?
Because he gave a speech saying, as black men, the laws of this nation didn't apply to him.
Right.
He was charged with inciting a riot for the riot the first time. Oh wow. Jeez, man. Man. Time for redemption, says Tyrone.
I'm with you on that, Tyrone.
And he says, no, H. Rap Brown. Okay, I guess he's referring to H. Rap Brown.
All right. Okay. Is that a political prisoner? I'm not trying to be a political prisoner, y'all. I'm not trying to be like Julian Assange.
Well, he's a family man. I'm sure those guys are family people too, you know.
I'm free right now. I would like to stay that way. I'm nobody's property. I don't want to be state property. I don't want to be treated like state property because I'm a human being. I own myself. And if America is a nation of freedom and liberty and justice for all, then I should be able to claim my sovereignty as an individual and stand on that principle. Now, there may be people out there that feel like we should be underneath someone else's authority. If you think that way, you probably should not be in America. Okay?
China is a nice place.
Yeah, why not? You know, it's a communist country, right? And everybody there is treated like a product and property of the state, and you know they're okay with it. But America is supposed to be the country where you own yourself, and that's why we went through a revolutionary war. That's why we went through a civil war.
Aww.
And while we are now going through an intellectual war at this time.
And a spiritual war, you guys, is we're being spiritually attacked, just, mentally, even just with, disconnecting and staying apart and not, being together during this time of need, And thank you, Rhea, for saying that.
Raya.
Yeah, or Raya, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Raya. Hi, Raya. For joining
and here I am now running for governor again, and they're trying to drag me down through this. So there was another thing during the trial. My attorney was attempting to connect the dots and letting them know that this could possibly be retaliation for me filing a civil suit against the Orange County Sheriff's Department and Fullerton Police for that arrest for walking while black.
That is so messed up, man. Just walking
on MLK Day 2018.
That's just so messed up, and it's hard too for family members to have to deal with that because they're not allowing him to get his phone call. And mind you, I'm at work, and then I'm thinking everything's okay. He's at work or coming home from work or whatever. I get home and he's not there, and I'm like, what's going on, you know? And then I don't get a phone call or anything. So I have to do my research to locate where my husband is because they won't even give him a phone call. They don't even care about, this man could possibly, have like a family or something like that, know?
A small
they don't care.
A
small kid. They just don't care because of these jurors. They deliberate and say, oh, guilty and stuff, but they get to go home to their steak dinners. And I'm over here like wondering where my husband, what's going to happen. And we just had a baby, for crying out loud. So yeah, it sucks.
And this is how the system, this is how the criminal justice system is built to remove the black man away from the family. It's still doing that now. Okay. So just as you had, black men taken away from their families during slavery times and put out in the fields or sent to another state altogether, to where they couldn't even see their families. The state is now doing that by removing those same fathers from their homes for nonviolent, victimless crimes, whether it's possession of a weapon, because there's nothing wrong with me being in possession of a weapon. I didn't hurt anybody. There's nothing wrong with me being in possession of a substance, right? I mean, if it's a substance that's going to hurt me, what business is it of yours? People drink themselves to a stupor and death all the damn time. You don't see them shutting down liquor stores, do you? Why? Because people rallied against it. That's what's happening now with marijuana. You have marijuana now becoming decriminalized all across the country, but now we're faced with the new situation, disobedience. And they don't like loud black men and ones that want to speak against.
Yes, let's talk
control.
About right.
Can you please tell us the address to write?
Yeah, we're gonna let's kind of get to what people can do, what we can do, because we can talk about this all along. It's dragging out. So people, we want to go. I'm just saying because people are listening and they want to see what they can do. They see
FreeWildstar.com.
Thank you. #FreeWildstar. We also have a GoFundMe. If you guys would like to, we can go ahead and send out a link. GoFundMe.com /FreeWildstar.
Right there. Need the legal fees because I'll fight it to the Supreme Court of California. I'll fight it to the Supreme Court of the United States.
It's not cheap, especially during
and I'm pretty sure no attorney is going to step up to say I'll do it for free.
We're hoping for that. So if you are an attorney, or if you know it, we want to project some good stuff out there. There's somebody out there, and if you're an attorney, if you know an attorney that's just like, oh, I want to fight for the freedom of people, because I understand with the Bar Association, they limit to what they can do. It's not about constitutional rights with the Bar Association. It's more of like some admiralty stuff that they're doing.
Right.
Possibly. I don't know 100% because I'm not an attorney, but I'm starting to see how things are looking, and gold fringe flag, I'm seeing some stuff. So you guys, do your research, of course, on that, but I'm sure there's attorneys that are just wanting to support the underdog here.
Yeah.
So we have some people right now that are currently writing letters to the district attorney of Orange County, which is Todd Spitzer.
Exactly. What you can do is if you come to the Free Wildstar page, people, I have action items here. So the first one here, I talk about making a donation. You can click on the GoFundMe. It'll take you right to wow, $400 now. You people are awesome. Thank you so much. Woo! Right?
All
now,
right.
I think you just put that up like the Tuesday. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, so that's incredible. $200 in 2 days. That's fantastic.
You guys
thank
are
you guys
awesome.
so much.
Thank
See
you. Thank you.
what we could do when we come together. So yes, the GoFundMe is there so we can pay for legal representation. I don't want to represent myself in case, because that probably will get me in more trouble. But anyways, I also say it's time to take a stand. I'll talk about the March 12th protest. Come on down. We're going to have pocket constitutions. I'm going to be passing that out, as well as information on jury nullification, something you guys should look up in your free time, as well as creating a common law grand jury. That's something that I would like to create here in California, and my wife and I are already 2 members of, as well as Cameraman. Cameraman is a member of the common law grand jury, and Marcus Ruiz Evans.
Wait, I am?
Yes, California. You said you were. Anyway, so we're building the common law grand jury of California. Look it up. Join us. I will be there. Bring American flags. Bring some water. Bottled water for people that may be parched. I'll have a bullhorn. Bring some air horns. Your Vazulas or whatever they're called.
Bazooka? No, the Zuzus. What do you? Oh,
the things you blow through. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. All right. So
I'm all excited over that. Okay.
And then for Martha here, the address to write to or emails. If you look right here, I have a link where you have Angela Mercado created a letter writing campaign. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to the Facebook page where she gives instructions.
Oh, nice.
Did I do that right?
Uh-oh.
Just went away from it. Okay, so she gives instructions. She's an attorney too, okay, out in LA. So hook up with Angela Mercado, Los Angeles Libertarian Party. She started this letter writing campaign. You can find it on Facebook. Get involved. She wants everybody to start writing letters now, between now and March 8th. Because March 8th would be the last date to make sure that you get that mailed off so it can be received by Friday the 12th. You want to make sure that all of the letters are received before Friday the 12th, okay? But she has instructions for how to write that letter, as well as the case number and addresses and all of that good stuff. So,
and thank you for all those that are going. I see we have 33 going, 37 interested. I mean,
woohoo,
yeah, that's amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support.
Exactly.
We just been flooded with texts and calls and just well wishes. So we want to thank you guys so much for just being there with us, even joining us in this this video here with us and supporting my Wildstar here.
Well, thank you.
This is a very, very tough time for us, but we can still come out on top with just smiles in our faces and faith in our hearts. So we thank you, and you guys keep us strong and keep us going. So sorry it's off topic, but yeah, I was going. I'm like, okay, we got moving it up.
First Amendment auditors go through these obstacles all the time, worth about $75,000 if you win lawsuits for violations. I know, so I will sue when the time comes. Cameraman right there. He says, yes, sir. He's part of the common law grand jury. Woo! Common law grand jury of California. Hit me up. Let's get involved because we want to do that. But
I don't know what that is.
Yes, Martha, come back to the first tab there.
Oh, go ahead.
So,
might as well.
Yeah, so get involved in the writing campaign, please. Martha, if you want information, all you got to do is look it up on Facebook. Anybody else that's interested? But that's what we want to do. Action items. Write the judge, district attorney's office, Todd Spitzer. Write Todd Spitzer on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and at his office. Hit him up any and every way that you can. Call his office if you want. Call him every damn day. Million call protests, Call. Call a judge at the courts, Santa Ana courthouse.
Santa Ana,
yeah, you can call the courtroom and call the court clerk and give them a message. Let them know, hey, you want them to reduce the charges, if not vacate them or eliminate them altogether. Okay, express some leniency in the case of People versus Wildstar. We want to stress that on them. Of course, like we said, of course, with paying for legal fees, please be sure to donate and raise awareness.
Yes, share, post, like, subscribe,
right.
Do all what you need to do to get the message. We thank the ones that have already done it, and that helps too. Raising awareness also helps you guys.
Exactly, because we're trying to bring more attention to what's going on by getting the media involved, but the media only cares about what we care about. So we got to let them know that this is something that we care about. It's a severe injustice. And of course, as I said, if it can happen to me, definitely can happen to you. All right.
I don't like PayPal, to be honest with you, Tom. PayPal, they're weird. I prefer to not use PayPal. I know it's easier for many people. However, if you do choose, if that's the only way, I believe with the GoFundMe,
I think
you can use your credit card, right?
Yeah. It's the same way.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it might be easier. All you do is just click on the GoFundMe link, and then it'll say donate now. Yeah. You can click on it just so people can have an idea of what it will look like. We have here, enter your donation. And that's
it.
Yeah, and it says continue. Click something so people can have an idea of how to use this if they're not familiar.
All right.
Click continue, and then at the bottom it'll give you your credit card information, and that's where you guys
it's just like
that.
PayPal.
It actually is easy without the middleman.
Right.
It goes directly out of your card, into the GoFundMe account.
Right.
So we rather just kind of keep it basic and simple right now. So no Cash App or Venmo. Just GoFundMe. We can keep it all in one kit and caboodle. People can see each other, what they're, donating or how much we're at. So we can all work together to reach that goal.
Right, exactly. And of course, leave some shout outs. So I got 2 here so far.
Yes.
Kaylin Peters. She said, here's to one step closer to meeting your goal. Always happy to support someone who truly believes in and is an excellent example of liberty. Oh, God bless you, Kaylin. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you.
And you don't have to disclose your name. You can remain anonymous.
Absolutely. We do have a few anonymous donors.
Yeah, you don't have to, just say, hey, I'm
and what every amount helps. Trust me. We're trying to chip at this as much as possible, so any and every bit that you give helps in that effort. You know what I mean? I'm estimating about 15,000. I think that a good attorney will probably charge me about 8 or more.
Hopefully, we don't even know how much.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, 15 might be like what, just a retainer fee on some of these guys. I don't know, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then depending on what else they may need to do, cost, etc. So,
yeah, and also if you are an attorney and you can share some, information on how this works and what we can also do. Hey, we're open to hearing suggestions, everybody, honestly.
Exactly.
We're open to that. So if you are an attorney, you may not want to represent, but you're like, I can give you some, some legal advice, and we won't, of course, quote your name or anything if you don't want to be put out there, but, shoot us a line, drop us a line. This is one way you can also help too.
So this is another thing I wanted to talk about because they wouldn't bring race up in the
trial
during the trial. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they wanted to stay away from that. But a few things. My case was in Orange County. Look it up. Orange County is predominantly white. The black population there is less than 2%. We lived there. Used to live there in Fullerton and in Huntington Beach. And frequented all different parts around there. I used to work in Laguna Beach,
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
sorry, don't mind.
Orange County really is all about a certain image. And the law enforcement there likes to uphold that image by making sure that everybody is law-abiding citizens. And that's the perception there, is that you must obey the law, no matter what the law tells you to do. So, hello, Julian. Thank you for jumping in. All right, my bad. So, the officers that you see up on the trial during the trial, when they give their testimony, they're going to say how they oversaw hundreds, if not thousands, of cases in the courtroom, and how they've seen all of these citizen journalists And people represent themselves pro persona or whatever. Try Pot Bros Law.
Pot Bros at cool. Law. Oh, okay. So Apple Bob, you said try Pot Bros. What's going on with these guys? Fountain Valley kid.
All right. But yeah, so the one thing is all right. Number 3, he was the one that was actually showing me love. Witness number 3. He was one of the arresting officers during my 3rd appearance in court. So when he showed up, he actually gave me a description, and they asked him to describe the defendant in court, and he said the one wearing the Gavin Newsom mask. So I'm like, yeah.
Recall Gavin Newsom mask.
Yeah, recall Gavin Newsom.
It's not pro Gavin Newsom.
Thank you for correcting me. Thanks. So yeah, he was pro the recall of Gavin Newsom in saying so, I would think. But anyways, they asked him specifically, was Mr. Wildstar a threat to you? He said, I didn't think so. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, attorneys in our area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Thank you, Apple Bob.
Okay, good to know. So the one thing is he also talked about him overseeing thousands of court cases, and he's seen plenty of pro persona defendants get up, people that represent themselves in court get up and basically speak passionately. He said, Mr. Wildstar is the only one I've seen that was taken into custody right then and there. And I told my attorney, hey, you should ask him, is it because, out of those thousands of cases that you've seen, how many of them have been Black people that have gotten up and have spoken to represent themselves and been passionate in speaking and, whatever the case may be. Reason I bring this up is because, again, these officers have seen tons of people represent themselves pro persona, and the judges that overseen those cases have also overseen thousands. This judge in particular, the judge that presided over my case, he also presided over this case right here, this court case that I'm showing you right now from the OC Weekly, where he dismissed citizen journalists who were arrested for recording the protests over Kelly Thomas. Okay, there were protests in Fullerton. Kelly Thomas, he was a white guy, homeless, got killed by Fullerton PD.
Beat him to death.
Beat him to death. Terrible. Okay, we were out there protesting against that.
Yeah.
We even met her, peeing beers. We met her before, protested with her in Occupy LA. I know her. Okay, so she's well known. I know her. She was recording the protest, and the police declared it an unlawful assembly. Okay, so what that means is everybody at the protest need to leave. Now, if you're a journalist and you're protected by the United States Constitution, the freedom of press, you can stay and record, since you are, again, there as a journalist. You're documenting everything. That's exactly what these two were doing, and they were arrested. Now, they had a trial. The OCDA, he wanted to push and make sure that they were made examples of. This is unnecessary, this is unacceptable, and you do what we tell you to. When we say leave, you leave. And they tried to prosecute them. The jury in their case actually was a hung jury because they had a juror that said, I don't think they're guilty. And because of that, they had a mistrial. They tried to try them again, and the case was sent to my judge, Judge Robert Knox of Orange County. He dismissed the case. He said one promise: don't get arrested in Orange County, and we good. And he let them go. Okay. That same judge is now presiding over my case, has no problem convicting me or sentencing me. And I'm sure if we don't remind him of, hey, you actually let people go home, you sent them home, and you said just don't get arrested again. Do that to Wildstar. Write a letter, let them know. Do that for Wildstar. LOL, recall Gabby. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Love from NYC, Mr. Wildstar. Hey. Thank you, Hard Body Training. Much love to you, brother, man. I appreciate you being here. Apple Bob, thank you for the
YouTube
link.
All right, we'll check it out.
Absolutely. But yeah, so check it out, because what's the obvious difference between these two people and me? You know what I'm saying?
He has more hair, Nick.
I had long hair.
It's gone now.
But when I was arrested in the videos, I had hair. You know what I'm saying? I had pretty long hair. What's the difference, people?
Maybe, he just.
Yeah. So anyways, there's some racial prejudice happening in the Orange County criminal justice system.
Don't pull the black card.
Okay. I know you don't want me to. I know you guys don't want to hear that shit.
Black card.
But it exists. I hate to tell you. And in a place like Orange County, it's a stark, blatant expression of that. It happens all the time. Even though they have a low Black population, a lot of those people end up getting arrested and, getting accosted by police officers in Orange County. That's one of the main reasons why we left fucking Orange County. We said, we're done with this. Every time we turn around, we get arrested for walking, arrested for riding a bike, arrested for getting gas, or harassed for getting gas.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Pumping gas. Oh, really?
Every damn turn, So yeah, you guys, there's a lot going on, but
again, we're gonna repeat, just so if you guys want to, you guys are passionate about Wildstar story and want to, get involved, please visit GoFundMe.com/free Wildstar. If you'd like to donate, please share, subscribe, and everything, all that good stuff, and share our posts and videos with other people. Also, if you know of any attorneys or any attorneys that would be interested in representing him, or giving us any, some advice as to how to move forward with this, that would be greatly appreciated. Also too, he did mention Angela McCardle's letter writing link where you can write letters and to our public officials. Is that what that
yes,
is?
Exactly.
Go ahead and show them again so they have
right here.
Hi, Julian. Then again, lots of libertarians are on right.
I'm telling you, yeah.
We are almost everybody is, man. Everybody is on that, man.
Bikers too, right?
Well, even themselves, that they're watching each other and
stalking bikers, stalking fishers, fishermen.
Yeah. Even dogs,
stalking hunters,
puppies and kittens.
We're all, domestic terrorists. And
I'm like, it's an
watch,
animal. I see them little kids, I'm gonna watch them.
Hey, we love you, Sipper 5. Much love to you, Jay, man. I miss you. Long time no see for sure. Do the 5. I'm not sure what that means, but
I don't either. I was like, wait,
right?
what?
High 5? I don't know.
Make it.
Anyways, this highlighted portion here, right before here's the story. It says whether you are unable to attend or not the rally, because I want you guys to come out and protest my sentencing. Come on out, be there with me. Stand with me. Let's make some noise before I go in that courtroom. But yeah, here's the link right here. You can click on that. It will take you to the Facebook page where you can then jump in on the letter writing campaign. Oh, wow. We got, I think, 2 more people just jumped in.
Thank you. Woo.
Thank you. All right. 2 new people. Yes,
thank you.
All right. Tom Shaw says we are all Kelly Thomas. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. that was just
heartbreaking.
Oh my goodness,
man. It was disgusting,
that was just
man.
Sickening. And he had like a mental.
And I thought for sure them cops were gonna get found guilty. I'm like, it's a white man,
I know.
They really going down.
Yeah, with the they try to play with the black people first, but then if y'all don't say nothing, they gonna go for y'all too.
Right.
So that's why we gotta.
The difference is he was homeless. Had he been one of those Laguna, surfers or some shit like that, it would have been riots up and down Orange County.
Living right on the beach and everything.
Exactly.
We have Stefan. Can the judge overrule the jury?
Exactly. Yes.
He can vacate
the judge.
He can.
Yes.
He's a judge.
See. Smart people like Steven. Right.
All right, Steven. Hi, Digital 5. All right.
So Steven's right. The judge can't overrule the jury's decision. Write that in your letter. Judge, overrule the jury's decision.
Yes.
Vacated. Find Mr. Wildstar not guilty. send him home to his family so he can continue, loving his wife and raising his son and campaigning for governor of California, right? Because that's what we want. We want to keep fighting the good fight, but not from behind bars.
And
like I said,
cute,
you guys. I said I'm not trying to be a political prisoner. I repeat, I'm not trying to be a political prisoner. So please get involved in the Free Wildstar call to action. This is a call to action. Let's turn this moment into a movement for our civil rights, for our constitutional rights, for freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, our natural rights as human beings. Yes, you said it. Judge Robert A. Knox. You got it. That is him. That's
correct. Oh, the baby. Well, he's 17 months. My little man. A little nap right now.
For sure. Yeah, this is actually him. If you click on the GoFundMe link, GoFundMe page.
There he goes. That's my little man. Don't mind my baby talk, you guys.
We got a $33 donation. Thank you. What's going on? Thank you, Nathan, Jennifer, Martha, all you guys for all of your contributions. I was just excited. Thank you guys so much. Kevin, John, Caitlin.
Yeah, look at all the
Latavia,
love.
my niece. Thank you. I got some family showing me some love also.
Anonymous.
Frank, Michelle, Carlos, Freedom Titan, Timothy. Thank you all. My father, good looking pops. All the way from the Philippines.
Yes.
Much love to you, man.
He's super supportive.
Definitely. My father, he moved to the Philippines right before all of this craziness happened. And, he's pretty much stranded at this point. He was trying to get back, but he's hearing all about all of this and is, breaking his heart as well. So everybody is pretty much appalled about what's happening. It's an egregious injustice and a display of how abuse of authority happens in our criminal justice system, even on the most minor infractions.
This is exposure of corruption too, because this is just craziness. The abuse of authority, it's just crazy.
Not to mention, this is a waste of time. It really is.
That's the big one.
All right, so it's a pandemic, right? It's a virus that's killing people supposedly. You gonna put people's lives in jeopardy. You're putting the jurors' lives in jeopardy. You're putting the prosecutors' lives in jeopardy. The clerk officials.
Thank you, hard buddy.
Thank you. The judicial officials. You're putting all of these. You're putting our lives in jeopardy.
Yeah.
They said no essential traveling. Is this really essential? Us having to travel from Fresno to Fullerton, which is about a 4-hour drive.
With the toddler, okay, in the car, and then we have to stay at Airbnb. We were there for a week.
We got to pay all of this out of pocket. Hotels and shit and food and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, and it's tough. I would much have rather been home, taking care of my little guy, instead of just another room, and he's running around getting. Just get a little stir crazy in there. So, I took him to the park though. I want to make sure he's.
Did you do that?
Will you just move your hand? I can't go ahead and catch that.
Anyway, so. But during the pandemic, putting all of these people's lives at risk for a nonviolent crime with no victim.
Down here, for Hardbody, he said,
there you go.
GoFundMe.com/Free Wildstar
/Free
Wildstar.
Is it? Whatever.
That's not a backslash.
It's supposed to be a backslash.
What? It can be /, right? It's a forward slash. A backslash.
Anyways, we're going to go back and forth about backslash, forward slash.
Anyways. Tom's driving while brown. Yes. It sucks. Breathing air while brown or black, it sucks.
Yeah.
All right, took another screenshot of it. Woo-hoo.
But and then our tax dollars are being used on this process as well. So instead of them, using the resources that they are using on me and trying to, criminalize me over a nonviolent crime, they could be going after murderers, after rapists, after thieves.
They're letting them go instead.
Yeah, they're letting them out of jail right now. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. They're just letting them out of jail. In the meantime, those empty beds are trying to be filled with political prisoners. Start first with me. I don't want to sit in jail, y'all, and y'all get fired up then. Okay? Get fired up now.
Supposedly you can't do anything, but a court has to be in person over nothing.
Yeah, over nothing, man. And and now you can do it online. You know, I couldn't even attend court online. I'm like, can I appear, via Zoom or some shit?
I just want to see your pretty face.
No, but they're holding other court proceedings, traffic court with over Zoom and shit.
Yeah, especially during COVID, you want to get more of the serious crimes and stuff like that.
Exactly. Something really
traffic
serious.
Court needs to, they need to give people relief during this time, because when you relieve that, you relieve, give others a reprieve there.
So that's why I said contact OCDA Todd Spitzer, because he's going around touting about how he wants to reduce the system of racial injustice and it being systematically racist. Yet here he is, the district attorney, trying to prosecute me over this, a black man during Black History Month. They got
him on MLK Day. They want to give him Black History Month. I mean, they're just really making an example. They're trying to be funny.
Right. They're trying to make an example of me because I sued their asses and I actually won. You know what I mean?
They don't like that.
And they don't like that. And I'm running for office and I'm loud about it, and I'm letting people know through recording of their criminal behaviors that, hey, if I ever get elected, you won't ever have to deal with this ever again. Just as I'm dealing with it, and I know there's tons of people out there that are dealing with it, you'll never, ever have to deal with that again. If that sounds like a good deal to you, for the next 2 years, I would love to serve as your governor until the 2022 campaign, since we're our 2022 election, since we're going to have a recall election here. So we will have a recall of our governor, Gavin Newsom, here shortly. So we'll have a recall election. So if you elect me for the next 2 years, I can serve as governor. I can show you exactly what I can do. I can change all of these restrictive, oppressive policies. Just give me 2 years. I'll convince you enough to re-elect me again in 2022.
Oh, those are hands. Okay, thank you, Erica. She's doing the hand raise. Okay, I was like, that's a different type of follower here.
Absolutely. So, let's do this. We have to get involved. One last thing was bless you.
Thank you.
Physical assault that I had received. So I have a video here. If you guys look on the Free Wildstar page of. I have the 2 court cases. I have the traffic stop where I found out that I had warrants out for my arrest for contempt of court, because it was a surprise to me. It was almost a year later.
We didn't even know. Yeah, no letters,
the shit
nothing.
Was dropped. It was case dismissed. We had no clue
off of a traffic thing.
Yeah, and then I have the third appearance here from when I was in court recording with some spy glasses. I just released that. And then I have a video from when I was processed in jail. Now, in this video, you guys will see the physical assault by police officers where I was, I pretty much had my hands put behind my back in like a chicken wing position. You can see it at the end of this video. They lift me up from the bench by my hands behind my back, and I still have issues with my shoulder. My wife has had to even treat me. She's a holistic practitioner. She's had to treat my arm and help me get the, blood flowing again and my, rotation, all of that good shit. So they attacked me, and I'm being told by an attorney, because pretty much my head isn't busted open or no shit like that, there isn't any visible physical injury, that I won't be able to sue them for that. So I will be suing them for civil rights abuse once we're able to get these charges over with.
I hope I can find enough money to run for state senate in 2026.
Yes, let's do it. Hey, start fundraising now, brother. Right. You'll be the first person I vote for. Woo! Thank you, Julian. I love that. Yes, I mean, I'm getting tons of love for first-time voters, young voters. So thank you all for your support. And yes, Erica, it was extremely traumatic, because I'm sick of being, physically abused by people that think less of me. This is the thing is, okay, I'm going to reduce this. Just real quick, heart to heart, y'all. When we talk about respect in this country, is it something earned or is it something that's automatically given? If these are public officials, public servants, they work for us, okay? That's why I said at the protest, one of the protest chants is going to be, who do you serve? Because if you serve we the people, then you need to respect me first in order to get respect in return. These people are demanding our respect, and they're using the rule of law to enforce that respect. That's not respect given, that's respect taken. Oh, thank you, everybody. You just donated $25. Good looking. All God bless you. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hardbody. Got the GoFundMe. Okay. No, it's okay. You have to sit here.
It's down here.
Okay.
The banners. No, so yeah. The main thing about my trial was the prosecutor wanted to make it seem like I was being extremely disrespectful to the judge, to the court's authority, to the whole process. And I have no problem respecting it if it respects me, and if it's going to treat me as if I'm, a subject or less than, inhumane, then I'm going to rebel against that. Like we said, we're here in America. Nobody owns anybody. You can't claim to claim ownership over me. You can't claim authority over me.
Yeah, I mean,
no, period. Just the state.
Unjust laws. I mean, because that's what people may argue. Oh, you're not above it and stuff. But if the laws are unjust and that is morally going against your God-given right here.
And again,
have the same
who gives the state its power
in public? Have the same thing happen over weed pipe in public, shoulder messed up, 12 years in jail, case
12
dismissed,
hours in jail, case dismissed.
12 hours, I'm sorry.
Right. Spent 12 hours in jail, got hemmed up and physically assaulted for a weed pipe. And now his health is compromised because of that. My health is compromised because of this. Because, I'm now having to go to a chiropractor and shit just to get my range of motion back in my shoulder and shit. And yeah, it's awful. Contempt of cop caused that. Standing up for medical cannabis rights. Right. I'm down for standing up for medical cannabis rights, for all cannabis rights, cannabis use in general. But I'm just talking about just liberty as individuals, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When somebody deprives you of your liberty, then they're depriving you of your right to life and happiness. If they deprive you of any one of those things, then they're essentially taking away the others. So the reason why we have in America a government that serves the people, we have a government of the people. It gets its authority from we the people. If we ever don't want to empower, we simply can remove them from power. That's why we have election cycles. That's why we can change the law through jury nullification. We have leverage because we're the majority and we're the superpower. We've given all of that power to a small few. And that's what's made us now an autocracy, where we have a governing body that's a ruling authority over us and our everyday life and everything that we do. Naturally, we respect natural law, common knowledge, which is don't steal from others, don't lie to other people, don't kill other people. This is common knowledge. This is also called common law. Okay, common law is different from commercial law. Exactly, checks and balances. So how can we hold the government accountable when it does wrong? We can't allow it to police itself. That's been the problem this entire time, with the criminal justice system. They kill a black man. Oh, well, we're going to investigate. And we found that nothing happened. It was all lawful. Well, we saw the video and we think otherwise. But your hands are tied because you give that authority, that consent to the system to, again, be morally correct in upholding the law. When you see the symbol for law, it's Lady Justice with her eyes covered and she's holding the balance, right?
Justice is blind.
Exactly. Justice is blind. Supposed to be. supposed to be blind and balanced. That's why it's not one side over the other when she's holding the balance. It's completely
It's not about color,
balanced.
creed, origin, background, or anything. It's just about that balance.
Exactly.
You know, about, hey, good or bad here, you know, what are you doing?
And
the weighing of the feather.
Right. And the people who uphold the law officers, the law enforcers, the law upholders, they are subject to those same laws. They shouldn't be above them. They should be subject to those same laws. We have a system that's above the law. Right, exactly. You even have judicial officers, judges who practice law from the bench. You have police officers that will tell you, I am the law. I know what the law is. I'll tell you what the law is. 14 months for cannabis here while Newsom is supporting cannabis legalization and other states on Twitter. The government won't just leave me alone now. Right. They're going to continue to abuse your natural rights as a human being to choose for yourself. Don't allow them to. I did some research and we can't remove a congressional member. They can remove themselves with self-admittance or voted out with 2/3 vote. This democracy is a joke. You're right.
Oh, goodness.
So, but the thing about a congressional members, man, is they're elected into office every 2 years. If you don't like them, get them out of office the next damn year. It's that simple. You can also keep calling their asses. People power. We demand you resign. We demand you resign. We demand you resign. Protest. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you working for us anymore. You resign. Or we're going to protest against any kind of policy that you pass because we object to your position. We need to be holding them accountable. I want to remove Congress members for treason and unjust law, so I Googled how to remove Congress members. I was disappointed with answer. The way that you can do it again through the electoral process, or you can simply do as I did. Make sure that you are acting in your capacity as a person of the public and let them know that you are holding them accountable. You can get citizens to perform a citizen's arrest, which you can do through your novelty, fictional identity, your legal person. So recall new scum. Yeah. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to act on that same energy of rebellion that created this country. It takes a lot of balls to do that. And a lot of people just don't have it within them to do so. But right now is that time more than ever, or else they're going to continue to run amok. We see what they're doing right now. If they end up sentencing me, whether it be a month, 3 months, 3 years, whatever the case may be, they'd be making a political prisoner out of me. They'd be breaking the same laws that they swore to uphold, because I told you guys lawfully I'm able to, and lawfully they obstructed that that information being presented in court. So what's going on? Recall Garcetti. Recall them all, man. Hashtag recall them all. Okay. But I'm trying to make it easy for you. Give me elected governor and I will make heads roll from the top down. Okay. You got the governor out of there. Who's next? Any congressional member that's discovered to have abused their authority, guess what? You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Now, can the governor fire? No, because they're elected officials. But you know what I can do? I can prove their corruption and then say they're unfit to be in that position and then remove them based on that. See, you got to have somebody with some chutzpah to, You
did not bust out the chutzpah. Haven't heard that.
To dig into the crates, find their dirt, put it out there, put it on the news. Newsom will never do that. Newsom will never do that. I'm a soldier for the people. Sign me up, Governor Wildstar. Thank you. Yes, we got to stand for we the people. Hashtag clean house. They try to bring us down so they get tired and give up. But fuck them, right? We need to clean house right now. We're going to bring them down.
Appleball?
Term limits. Yes, term limits. We need to put term limits on congressional members. That's something else that we the people can do. We're not pressing that issue. That's why you have congressional members get elected every 2 years. That 2 years turns to 20, 40, 50 years, like with Joe Biden and shit, No. Governors, mayors can only serve for 2 4-year terms, and then that's it. They can't serve that position again. Same thing with presidents. So we need to have the same thing with congressional positions as well, you know. But again, how are we going to do that? We need to have some leverage here. And as long as we're allowing these rogue enemies of the state to continue to operate in a way to where they have complete autonomy, because that's what they do. They have autonomy. They're untouchable. You know,
who created that? How they get that?
It's not supposed to be.
Really?
It's illegitimate.
Because
according to the Constitution.
So who's going to hold them accountable for not upholding the constitutional rights if they sworn an oath? What's the point of them swearing an oath if there's no one's going to hold them to it?
Exactly.
Who's regulating the regulatory committee?
Yep. And that's why I say we need to create our own common law grand jury. That's that committee to make sure that we, the people, are over our law officials. We, the people, are over our law officials. Right now, they're trying to push us here. And the more they do stuff like what they're doing to me, they will continue to make sure that they push us down. We got to fight back. Let them know we are on top. We're the superpower. Now, what I was talking to about being disrespectful and disobedient and all of this other stuff, walk into your boss's office and say, boss, you being disobedient. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your conduct, and they're the boss. See what happens. I just want you guys to experiment and try this. You know what I'm saying? The reason why your boss respects you is because you respect your boss, right? Same thing should happen with our government. If they want to play boss, you're going to have to show me respect, or else I'm going to come into your office and I'm going to disrespect you. And as much as you may think you're the boss, remember, I pay the bills. If you don't go to work, guess what happens to that business? They will fall, especially if people revolt and not work for them. That's why people don't like, business owners don't like unions, because if they all get together and say, we gonna leave and walk off the job, now the business falls apart. So same thing happens with our government. We are the ones keeping it in power. We're the ones keeping it in operation. We fund it and we abide by it. Okay. And we give those same people those jobs, those positions of power. So if they want to act outside of their authority and do things under the color of law that's not lawful, then we need to be able to hold them accountable. We have to. And that's what it's all about, common law grand jury. So please get involved. Hashtag Free Wildstar. We want to make sure that our elected officials are not breaking the same laws that we, the people, have to abide by. Okay. So please check it out. RecallGavin2020.com. Go ahead, Lady Wildstar. You got it. We got some comments up there, and then we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sharing fundraiser right now with friends and family.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Training, Mr. Hardbody. And Apple Bob, speaking truth.
Thank you, man.
All right,
that's all I do. Look on my website. Honest, loyal, and brave. I will definitely always be honest to you, even sometimes to my detriment. And speak the truth. I'll always be loyal to the cause of liberty and serving you, we the people. And of course, I'll always be true to you, and bravely stand up against tyrants. And that's what a governor does. Governor holds government officials accountable. Exactly. Not you, the government. Okay.
Yeah, because they're paid to do a job.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just like you hire an independent contractor and they're not doing a job. You're not gonna keep them, working for you. Right. What I mean? You're gonna say, hey, this ain't working out. I gotta replace you with someone else that takes this job more seriously.
Exactly.
So I'm giving you my hard-earned money, which is the taxpayers' money, to have you complete this job.
Appreciate
and you're not doing that, then, you know what I mean? It's not that we're just trying to pick a fight or just trying to, talk about politics and, this is our livelihood. It affects our livelihood, our us, our kids, our future. So this is very important. I mean, because I wasn't always into that. I wanted to click on that one.
I was.
And the Astral Dragon did that. He didn't let me click on that one.
You were talking, so
I can click on it when I'm talking.
All right.
We love you too.
Much love to you, Marcus
he clicked on it. Jeez. Oh, hey, Marcus and Allie. Didn't let me click on the one. Oh, thank you. Have a blessed weekend too. Thank you so much for tuning in and donating and sharing. Support. I mean, you triple whammo with Mr. Hardbody.
Yeah, and he's all the way in New York, y'all.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's late. What time is it over there? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Honestly, at this point, it's really down to good versus evil, because who in their right mind would break up a happy family 6 years as if it's nothing? That's evil as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's the time for people to take a stand, be on the right side of history this time around. Who do you serve? Exactly. Take it to a whole new level. I serve Christ, but who are people going to stand for? Good or evil? Silence is violence at this point. Exactly.
That's right, Miss Erica.
Right.
Yeah, we got to keep in contact with her.
Now, as an individual, you can say, who do you serve? And, you can say Christ. But when you're a public official, you serve we the people. That's your job as a public servant. Spiritually, religiously, you can serve Christ. But when it comes to your job, your capacity, you serve we the people.
Blessings, Apple Bob. Blessings right back to you. And that cool name, Apple Bob. I make a song.
She's going to be saying that all night now.
Apple Bob. I know. I don't mind me, guys. I just had to.
So, that was a lot of bit of everything. I know we talked about a lot.
I know, man. We've been
in this course of
mainly you, but
conversation. You talked too.
Yeah, for 3 seconds.
Well, I'm the one.
I know.
Drugged through the mud here.
I know, but whatever affects him affects me. I mean, honestly, when they take him away, that affects me, because he's a great father. He helps. He's supportive. And me by myself with my son is just a crazy thought. I married this man because I knew he'd be there for his son, be there for my future kids and all that stuff. Thank you. But this is devastating for me too. I gotta still wake up with a smile on my face, not only for myself, but for my son too. I don't want him to feel my stress and stuff like that. I mean, we joke and laugh and stuff like that, but this is truly serious.
Right.
And, like I said, whatever affects him affects me. When they hurt him, they hurt me. And I tell him, hey, we got to work together. We got to do this. Sometimes he listens to me. Sometimes he don't. But for the most part, this man is for liberty, for rights, and freedom. This is what he's been preaching and talking about the whole entire time. He's not there to hurt anybody, you guys. He's not a criminal. He's out there just, putting himself out there, uploading it so we can understand what our rights are. We have people, calling us from around the world, saying you really inspired me, to make me think for myself. Thank you so much for uploading the videos. I'm sorry you're going through that, but thank you for sharing that information. So he's an inspiration to other people. So yes. Oh, I love the hearts. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Much
love to you. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Gina. You're going to win. You're winner in my eyes. Oh, thank you, Gina. Oh, I love her name. Lei Ying. That's so pretty.
We definitely want to win.
Oh, laying low. Oh, goodness.
A victory for me would be a victory for all.
I love it.
Trust me. At this point, it's just a matter of putting pressure on our law officials, letting them know that they serve us. And our choice in this situation, since we are the majority of we the people, is to make sure that what happened to me doesn't happen to anyone else,
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is to make sure that the charges are dropped, or I'm not sentenced at this point, and am able to leave that courtroom a free man. So Friday, March 12th, sentencing hearing. Come on down. Come protest with me. It starts at 8 a.m. I have to be in court by 9. So be there at 8 a.m. for an hour. Let's make some noise, raise some vibrations, hopefully put it into their heads, the prosecutor, DA's head, that when he gets up there that he's going to recommend time served or, you know, charges dropped or whatever the case may be, or the judge, all of the letters and calls that you guys will do.
Charges, can they? I mean, it's already been.
The judge can, yeah.
You can still drop charges even after a jury trial?
Yeah, he can overturn the jury's decision and say,
I didn't know
case dismissed.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Or he can say not guilty. I'm overturning their decision. You're not guilty, Mr. Wildstar. Go home.
Oh man,
that would be a miracle. Have it on my record. I mean, I don't care having a pile of misdemeanors, you know. That's what they try to do.
To make it look even worse, make them feel the heat.
Exactly.
Yes, all to my spiritual friends out there, spiritual community, no matter what religion you are, you know, meditate. You can send prayers, blessings, and stuff. That's another way you can get involved. Meditation, you know, transcend that good love energy, you know, towards this negativity. You know, it's super, super important that we utilize our abilities to send energy, healing energy. It's an unseen gift that many of us take for granted. So even if you're not in the spiritual community, you can still just say, hey, I wish you well. And that's even great because we can easily curse, you know, each other. We can curse someone out and stuff like that. There's lots of power in what we speak and what we say. You know, and I am an avid believer of miracles. So you guys just continue to, you know, call on angels, Jesus, God, however you want to, you know, Buddha. To do that. Buddha, you know, if you're getting that enlightenment, you know, in that enlightenment mode and things like that, that's great. I don't judge anybody with any religion or anything like that. We all have different pathways to God. So, you know, but I do understand in divine will, a divine energy. So as long as we're tapping into that, you know, I believe we can make some moves here because this is also part of human evolution. So, you know, people tap into your gifts. A lot of you guys have gifts. We're not just here just to live just one way. You know, we're metaphysical beings, you know, so let's expand beyond our physical senses, our physical realm to manifest what we truly, truly want. It's definitely time, you know, and even if you're not going through something like this and you want to, you know, put that in your life, project that in your life. And that's what I'm continuing to do. Just continue to project that love energy, you know, towards the situation instead of fear and doubt, because this is very uncertain. I don't know what's going to happen, you know, but I know what I can control, which is just my faith and my love and my persistence of that love, and hopes that, you know, something wonderful happens.
So Sorcery Supreme says use a sigil. And
okay, use your sigil. Okay, wow.
The police. SorcerySupreme.com.
Use that sigil. All right. Sure. Somebody's into that. Okay. I like that.
Right. Let's use our magic. Make this happen. Make some magic happen.
Yeah, all the witches and sorcerers out there too. You know, hey. No, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah. You wanna? Yeah. Make sure no harm befalls men.
As long as the spell is in freedom, then I'm good. You know? Cast away, please.
Yeah, they burn. The government burn witches and everybody at the stake, you know, for practicing, you know, that metaphysical knowledge and things like that. And they demonized it so bad. So, you know, embrace who you guys are, you know, wherever you get your energy from. Make sure it's love and light, of course.
Right. So I want to stay out of jail so I can keep running for governor of California. I do have a debate on Monday, the Yes California Governor's Recall Debate, Monday, March 1st, 5:30 p.m. Check it out, yescalifornia.org, and the Yes California, I believe, Marcus Ruiz Evans YouTube channel. So there will be a debate on Monday. I'm going to keep campaigning all the way up until my sentencing date. And like I said, I would love to walk back out of that courtroom that same day. That way I can continue campaigning to replace Gavin Newsom since he is being recalled, okay? Or if I am sentenced longer, I will have to suspend my campaign. Unfortunately, I won't have any choice. But we don't want to make that a reality, all right? So we want to make sure that I continue to conduct my life, live my life and affairs as a free man. So let's put pressure on the court so I can continue to do so. But I will be releasing part 2 of the video. Part 2 of the trial will be released on Saturday. So I'll be uploading that. It's going to take a while and all of that shit, but it'll be a premiere date for Saturday. You guys can check it out, Saturday part 2. In the meantime, check out part 1. thank you for being here and talking to us during this time. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me through my website, governorwildstar.com. Or
you and me
wildstar2022.com. She likes what you said, Sorcery Supreme.
I'm gonna have to connect with the Sorcery Supreme. Inbox me, Crystal Wildstar on Facebook. We can chit chat on some things here. So I'm liking Sorcery Supreme. All right, woohoo!
Yeah, and of course hit me up through social media. My website, wildstar2022.com or governorwildstar.com. I have widgets where you can click on my Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to connect with me. So if you have any other information, like I said, any attorneys out there that want to help, please definitely contact me. Anyone that wants to help me get press, more interviews, stuff like that, definitely hit me up. I'll be doing Adam versus the Man on Tuesday. So thank you, Adam Kokesh, for inviting me onto your show to talk about this. I just recently did the Descent, I believe, the other day. So I have links to that on my wildstar2022.com website under press. I'll keep that up to date as much as possible. But like I said, you guys, I need help getting the word out there. My hands are tied when it comes to Facebook and Instagram because I can't pay for any more political advertisements. So I need your support in helping spread the word. It's all about people power, and it's all about word of mouth right now. So you are that word of mouth. Let's make it happen. Please share my story with anyone and everyone. Contact your local news stations or celebrities and, activists, whatever the case may be. Have them share. I'm looking to make some shirts, some free Wildstar shirts for us to wear at the protest. So if there's anybody out there that makes shirts, wants to donate some shirts. Yeah, like this one.
Okay,
right
I don't want to show too much. Let me just try to
That's
make
how the show started.
Look like it. Try not to look like I'm being like, hey, girls gone wild.
How we started, right?
Yeah, so you guys can read it.
Be one in a million. The revolution needs you.
Hashtag bring back liberty.
Right. Bring back liberty. And that's what we want to do. We want to bring back liberty to the state of California and the United States of America. We got to start first by leading by example. So let's do this. We have to go out there and be active in making that happen, So be out there, sentencing protests, Friday, March 12th. Hit up the website, governorwildstar.com. I'm going to show you guys one more time, governorwildstar.com/free
/free and
whatever. Anyway, so
you guys can be sure you can donate with us at gofundme.com/free Wildstar.
Whatever. Anyways, hit up all of those. If you want to find more details about the Free Wildstar situation, hit on that Free Wildstar hashtag. Everything on social media should pop up for you. Please, guys, share the story. Share everything about the details about my case using the hashtag Free Wildstar, okay? Let's get this trending out there. Make all of this information go viral.
With Angela McArdle.
Letter writing campaign with Angela McArdle, yes, for the judge as well as the district attorney's office. OCDA Todd Spitzer, okay? So we can do this, you guys. It's just a matter of us coming together right now more than ever before. So let's put aside any differences that we may have, any political beliefs. If you are in America, okay, because you love America, whether you were born here or you came here.
America.
Right. It's all about that American freedom, right?
American freedom. That's right. That's right.
So come on down, protest with me. Let's stand for liberty and justice for all, okay? I love you guys. Much love, light, and liberty to all of you out there. All right,
thanks
we're going
for
to get
joining.
out of here.
All right,
yeah, thank you for all the comments. And
yes, thank you for all those that commented, donated, supported, and already shared too. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate. We both truly appreciate you, and our son Chancellor Wildstar appreciates you too.
He can't speak yet, but trust me,
he means it. Yeah, right? Yeah. If you keeping his dad here with him, that means the world. This man, this little baby, is just all over his dad. He just loves his dad. So he loves me too.
Yes, he does. Very much so.
Good, okay.
You can tell energy-wise, he senses something is going on.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
you know?
he's gravitating. That's true. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, I'm being nice too. What the heck? All right.
All right,
Liberty.
Guys.
Woohoo. All
We're
right.
going to get up out of here. Please share this video far and wide. Let's get the message out there. Free Wildstar. Till next time, you guys. May the light of God and liberty shine on each and every one of you. All right.
Bye.
Peace.